fans to the show Three It Out. My name is Reynard Joseph.
And my name is Manny D.
This is a show basically we take three major topics and discuss it for you, the sports fans.
So the first thing we're going to get to right now is the NCAA tournament results.
Yes.
Mario Chalmers was able to
send this game into overtime
with the most incredible shot in NCAA final game history.
Wait, let's not go that far. I have to say right now, Duke will still stay on number one with the Christian Laettner shot. Full court.
Well, the shot probably wasn't as good as the pass, but yet it did go in. But Chalmers' shot with the defense, the fadeaway, two hands to send it to overtime, more intense.
Absolutely.
And Chalmers played D. He earned that MOP. I have to go with it.
All right, I'm saying, you know what? Congratulations to Kansas for defeating Memphis in the NCAA tournament. Mr. Chalmers sent the game into overtime with that amazing three, and I have to say,
that's how you know we respect people. We called him Mr. Chalmers. And he didn't even get into the league yet. That's something special. On top of that, the lady volunteers won another championship.
Miss Pat Summit. I don't know why, but you know what? I honestly, I might want to send a banner to her and say, please come coach the Knicks.
Isaiah needs some help.
Please.
That's a story for another time.
Another time.
We're stuck on NCAA
but Miss
right
Summit,
now.
if you have some time, give them a few coaching tips. But the lady volunteers won. Congratulations to them. Next,
Candace Parker. MOP obviously.
She's
number one pick in the WNBA draft.
Oh, absolutely.
Immediate impact.
She's gonna set the league on fire.
And with the addition of, with her and Lisa Leslie on the Sparks, it's going to be something special.
Top notch.
The next topic we're going to discuss is probably the most important rivalry in sports history.
Absolutely.
The Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Yes. After the curse of Bambino has been erased by David Ortiz. What a coincidence.
What a coincidence.
A coincidence.
That a construction worker who was working on the news site for the Yankees, as we all know, the Yankee Stadium will be closing after this season.
And they're moving on to a brand new stadium.
Brand new stadium. One of the construction workers decided to say, hey, let me go ahead and curse this stadium by burying a
David Ortiz jersey
right in the foundation.
Now,
it was a great practical joke. I think
it was a great practical joke. Obviously got a lot of publicity. Obviously it meant something. Now, is there such thing as a curse?
I don't think there's such a thing as a sports curse. But you know what? For the lure of the game, it is always it's good between the rival for the team. You know?
I think it was very entertaining, as a matter of fact.
Absolutely.
It brought more pizzazz to
more
the
bad
rivalry.
blood also.
More to the rivalry, and this is something the baseball needs. After all those steroids, all that stuff, they still need to show that they need fans are still interested.
Absolutely.
So that's why I give it a good look.
This was a great time. You know what? The guy did it just for the fun of it. It didn't damage the new stadium. It didn't mess it up in any way. It was just for the fun.
Probably might be taken too far, but nah, I think it's hilarious.
It was great.
It was hilarious.
Great for baseball. Keep it up.
Next topic is the NBA playoffs. But before that, we have to go straight to the MVP race.
MVP race. As you know, for the last couple shows, we've been basically giving you updates on who we think is the MVP of this.
And right now, it's now
year.
down to two. I have been pulling for LeBron James all year.
All year.
I've come to realize that LeBron James, he doesn't deserve it.
Nope.
Only 44 wins up to date. And recently he just lost to the Philadelphia 76ers by 1 point. That's not impressive to me.
Nah.
I mean, LBJ, I love you. You're probably the best player in the league right now. Arguably under Kobe Bryant, of course.
Of course.
But,
you know, I'll argue for Kobe.
But you got to do better than that if you want the MVP.
You got to get your team to at least 50 wins in a weaker division, man. I mean, come on. There's guys out there who are struggling. You look at Kevin Garnett. He came to the East. He pulled his team from worst to
medium
first.
Impact. Of course, he has the addition of Ray Allen, of course.
And also Paul Pierce. But you know what? With his tenacious defense, his leadership skills, his will to win the game, and passion, unbridled passion for this win, he brings his team up. Then we go to the two front runners that everybody seems to be talking about.
Chris Paul and Kobe Bryant. Who you have?
Kobe Bryant. I've been saying it all season. You know what?
Go ahead. That's a given topic. He got Kobe. I got Kobe. That's a given. Let's get right to the playoffs.
We're playing playoffs?
Right to the playoffs.
Oh, so we're going to go to now the teams of this.
Yes.
These two MVP candidates. New Orleans. Los Angeles Lakers. They just recently played last Friday. And
Kobe Bryant proved why he should be the MVP.
It was a little shaky. The Lakers kind of scared me a little bit. They were up by 30 at one point, and
but they did get the W.
They did.
That's all that matters.
By 3.
That's all that matters.
They did.
So the Lakers are probably right now, are right now the number one team in the league. So looks like they'll be playing the Denver Nuggets.
They're the number one team in the West. To me, they're not the number one team in the whole league.
No, that's my mistake. I'm sorry, Garnett. I'm sorry,
Come on, man.
I'm sorry, Pierce, and the rest of the Celtics.
The Celtics, Mr. Rajon Rondo has come a long way from the beginning of the season.
Defense, impeccable.
Undeniable. Respectful to that man.
Now, if we're going to go on with the standings today, we have the Lakers playing the Denver Nuggets, who are able to beat out the Golden State Warriors in the 8th spot.
That's true.
New Orleans versus Dallas, San Antonio versus Phoenix, and Utah versus Houston. Right now, I want to focus on Houston. Is this the year that T-Mac gets out of the first round with a win?
I possibly see this happening. The only reason why I say that is because the West is so highly contested that any team could shift within so many standards.
Especially since they're playing a Utah team who is the best home team in the league.
But you know what, though? The way the standings may shake up and shuffle, we don't know where they may land. And if Houston lands to a position where they actually can get home court advantage, I believe they have a chance to upset and go on to the second round for Mr. T-Mac.
T-Mac is fed up. Last year he cried. And this year, he's coming down. I'm telling you right now, he's coming down hard. They have a new coach. They are coming down hard.
And they play tough defense.
I will not be surprised.
They play tough defense.
I will not be surprised if this is the year. But Utah is a complete team. No injuries.
Mr. Carlos run out on his own team. Boozer is still there.
And Darren Williams, one of the league's best premier point guards, is still in the game.
It's still there.
It's going to be an exciting series. But the most exciting series right now, to me, in the Western Conference, is going to be San Antonio versus Phoenix. This has been a rivalry over the last couple of years.
Ooh, bad blood.
And now, since Amar Stoudemire has been revived with Shaquille O'Neal on the side, I'm inspired to see what the experience San Antonio Spurs got in store for them.
I can definitely see the Suns actually pulling this off if Manu Ginobili doesn't come back. If Manu Ginobili stays out, as we all know, he has a groin injury right now. If he doesn't come back, I'm a little worried.
I don't give up on the Spurs. I don't give up on Tim Duncan. And I don't like to say it, but I cannot give up on Tony Parker. Now we go back to the Eastern Conference. Boston versus Atlanta. Detroit versus Philly. Orlando versus Toronto. And Cleveland versus Washington. It's a given Boston versus Atlanta. We don't even need to talk about that. Detroit versus Philly. Philly's playing good.
But Detroit, come on.
That's a given.
They're not
Orlando versus Toronto. This is going to be exciting.
That's an exciting one. I have to say, though, I want to see Dwight Howard grow up in front of us. I'm going to say,
Dwight Howard is so much bigger than Chris Bosh, unfortunately. Dwight Howard's a monster.
So Orlando.
I'm going to Orlando.
I see Orlando.
Cleveland versus Washington is the most...
This is going to be this right now is a brooding rival between these two. It's fun jousting. Gilbert Arenas, LeBron James, they're good friends.
You know, you tap him on his back. You know, his free throws, you go home. Absolutely.
You know,
this is going to be the most exciting series. Gilbert Arenas just come back, and he called out the Cavs. He said that he actually wants to play the Cavs.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see about that. But like we all know, LeBron James in the playoffs is no joke.
I want to see Gilbert Arenas step back to rare form, and I believe that this will be a fun and exciting, high-scoring game.
Of course. Quick, now we're going to get to the NFL. I would like to discuss Ocho Cinco wants to be out.
Yes.
He's right about talking about the administration to not bring in new people, and I believe Ocho Cinco's correct, but I think he's still going to stay.
Okay, I definitely see that he may be going around this the wrong way of calling his team out and trying to force their hand for a trade.
Not in the NFL. That's correct.
Forcing their hand for a trade. He shouldn't have done it that way, but I think he's going to stay. He's going to catch the ball because right now they cut Mr. Chris Henry, who is
deserved to be cut. But
get him out of the league.
Ocho Cinco's doing the right thing, if you ask me. Well, that's our three major topics for this week. That's our three major topics for this week.
We out.
Peace.